Hello everyone and welcome back to the SteemTrail Gaming News. Today is the 1st May of 2018. My name is Kralizec and I will be your host for the evening. Today we got two stories for you guys. First we're going to take a look at the fact that Nintendo is redesigning the internal parts of the left Joy-Con for the Nintendo Switch. And secondly, we're going to venture to Illinois in the United States as one of the local towns wants to ban Pokémon GO from one of its parks. But let's begin with Nintendo and their Switch Joy-Cons. So, the Nintendo Switch, one of the most awesome consoles. Yeah, I will be honest, I'm not a big fan of consoles. But I've many times over thought about maybe buying a Nintendo Switch just because of the fact that it is portable. That's literally the only reason I'm considering buying it. It's not for gaming at home, but if I want to game on the road, I honestly don't want to play on my mobile phone, and the Nintendo Switch seems like a good option. But after the recent stuff with the hack, Nintendo is obviously thinking about the hardware issues with the Nintendo Switch. And one of the hardware issues that has been, well, existing pretty much ever since the Nintendo Switch has launched is the fact that the left Joy-Con can sometimes have problems with connectivity. And yeah, according to a new filing with the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, it seems that they're finally addressing this issue by redesigning some of the internal parts of the Joy-Con. So, no, that doesn't mean we will see a completely new Joy-Con. As a user, you won't likely see any difference unless you have been having connectivity issues yourself. If you do buy new Joy-Cons that are redesigned, you might see an improvement in that particular department. And there have actually been many software and firmware updates trying to address this issue, but Nintendo has finally decided it's time to go the hardware route because that actually might work. Because, you know, essentially the issue was that the antenna in the Joy-Con was just placed in a really bad spot, meaning the signal was just not good. So they're just moving the antenna, and with that comes moving some of the other parts and likely fixing the issue. Yeah, very good decision on Nintendo's part. Yeah, otherwise there's really not that much to say about this. If you have been having problems with your Joy-Con, you can obviously apply for a repair through the warranty, or you can just wait for the new Joy-Cons to hit the market and buy some of those, though you will probably not be that happy about that, as it means spending more money on a console that isn't really working the way it should be, and it should be. That's really all there is to say to this. Okay, the second piece of news for today is coming from the United States, more specifically from Illinois, as a park in the Arlington Heights Park District is now asking Niantic, the creators of Pokémon GO, to remove essentially the game from the park. More specifically, they're asking that the Pokéstops and all the other features that are in the park right now be removed from it for a pretty simple reason: traffic concerns. And this might seem like a thing that's coming a bit too late, but you need to remember this is government, and governments tend to be somewhat slow. On top of that, it seems that more people have been recently complaining about people playing the game while driving, which I gotta say is one of the dumbest things you can do. Don't play on your phone when you're driving. Don't text on your phone when you're driving. don't do anything on your phone when you're driving. I personally don't even like calling somebody when I'm driving, and I do have Bluetooth integrated into my car. So I can just push a button on the radio and it calls somebody. I don't have to take my phone out and look at it, but still it just feels weird. Feels like I'm not paying 100% attention to the road when I'm calling with somebody because, you know, I'm thinking about other stuff. But there have been many, many studies showing that using a phone while driving is a bad idea. So don't do it. And playing a game while driving seems like probably the stupidest thing you could do out of all of the options. Maybe like watching porn and masturbating could be worse, but otherwise there really isn't that much else that you could do. And many of the people who have been caught doing this have received fines, rightfully so, because it's a dangerous thing to do. Not only to yourself, because honestly, if you're endangering only yourself, I don't think that's a big problem. But this is a public area and there are other people there, potentially even like small children. It's a park. People will go there to play with their children. And you're driving around looking into your phone? Are you a complete idiot? Don't do that. Stop being an idiot, please. If you ever have a friend who's like, oh, I'm just going to play a game while driving, wait until you stop and then punch them in the face and tell them, don't ever do that again, you fucking idiot. You could have killed someone. And I don't suggest you actually punch them. That's probably a bad idea. Just yell at them really, really loudly and make sure they never do it again. And if they attempt to do it next time, just yell at them in the car and say, don't do it, I don't want to die, please! People are so dumb. And with that being said, that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please consider giving us a thumbs up here on YouTube and subscribing to the channel. If you are watching on Steam, maybe you want to give us an upvote and follow the blog. Either way, be sure to leave a comment and be sure to tune in tomorrow as the daily gaming news is returning. And also, we are your source of daily gaming news every single day. See you guys later with more gaming content.